By Callum Tennant, the Suwałki Gap was one of NATO's greatest weaknesses against Russia. Putin's large-scale invasion of Ukraine has greatly reduced this risk. Following Russia's first illegal invasion of Ukraine in 2014, NATO members, especially those in the East, moved to review their own security. The result of these investigations for sleepless reading in Western capitals. Later in 2016, a wargame revealed that Russian troops would enter Estonia's capital Tallinn and Latvia's capital Riga within 36 to 60 hours if invaded. This was an incredible speed that would limit the ability of Western allies to respond effectively. But there's one place that worries NATO planners and military strategists more than most: the Suwałki Pass. A narrow 60-kilometer strip of land, the Polish-Lithuanian border, bordered by Belarus on one side and Russia's Kaliningrad region the other. What made Suwałki Pass so dangerous? Suwałki Gap is the only land corridor connecting the Baltic states to other NATO members. It's a narrow strip of land that could be hit by artillery fire from both sides in the event of a conflict with Russia. In short, it is a dangerous bottleneck for the West if Russian or Belarusian forces could close the gap. NATO would not be able to send reinforcements by land and would have to turn air and sea. The danger here is that NATO members will not be able to send reinforcements to the Baltic states by sea and air quickly enough, and in sufficient numbers repel Russian forces. But a mix of NATO actions and Russian blunders have greatly reduced this risk. Russia's aggression leads to NATO expansion. Russia sent shockwaves through neighboring countries. When it began its full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February 2022, the largest war on European continent since the end of Second World War, caused a complete re-evaluation of previous assumptions and strategies. After pursuing a policy of military neutrality for decades, Finland and Sweden applied to join NATO. While Sweden's membership is still pending after objections from Turkey, Finland is now part of alliance, significantly weakening the risk posed by Suwałki Pass. Professor Guillaume Lasconjarias of Paris Sorbonne said the accession of Sweden and Finland creates a de facto NATO Mare Nostrum, and Russia is unlikely to be able to implement a real anti-access or area denial strategy. A former researcher at the university and the NATO Defense College in Rome told Euronews. Or simply put, since NATO members border much of the Baltic Sea, Russia will not be able to prevent Western reinforcements from arriving by sea. This situation, in the Kremlin's own words, forced Russia to take tactical and strategic countermeasures to ensure its own security. Greater exposure to a NATO member reduces the likelihood of any Russian attacks on other NATO members along the Suwałki Pass border. It is believed that when Putin ordered the illegal invasion of Ukraine in 2022, he was so confident that it would be a short,